He started the interview just off the rip. Just like we just gonna get it. Yeah, it was wild. My husband and I watched it.
Yeah, Katt's dope. I mess with Katt. You know what I'm saying?
I'll watch it this week.
I will say Shannon Sharpe has done an amazing job just asking the right questions, because literally it's not even really like he's having a conversation. He literally has a list of questions and he's just asking them.
And I can't even give Shannon too much credit for this interview because literally Katt Williams.
Well, that's my whole point. There was no. It's just he just has a list of questions.
He ran his stand up.
Shannon did not ask a single question.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Nice Watch Pod. I am your co-host, Ernestine Morrison.
And what up, though? I am Karan Joseph Riley. Welcome back, Ernestine.
Welcome back.
First off, I'm here.
That's right. We
Our
have
voice
the voice
in the corner.
In the corner. Might be visited by another voice in the corner. It's gonna sound a lot better than the other voice.
I'm here too.
Oh, we have two voices.
We have two voices
in the corner today on Nice Watch Pod, exclusively on the Social Proof Network. Happy Friday.
And Happy New Year to everybody. Once again, I know it's the second week going into it, but just in case you didn't see last week, Happy New Year.
Dave Chappelle's mid.
Ha! We're getting right into it, huh?
Getting right into it, huh?
Wait a minute. I have a confession. I did not grow up watching Dave Chappelle. I didn't watch the Dave Chappelle show. I didn't know Dave Chappelle was funny until recently, like my adult years, where I actually started watching him. So I thought that his new special on Netflix was really, really good. I laughed extremely hard.
The Dreamer?
The one that just dropped on Netflix.
The Dreamer, the new one, but she just said out loud that she did not know that Dave Chappelle was funny. Hard? She did say that
I did. My husband and I watched it.
That's on record forever.
Right.
I didn't know. I just didn't grow up on him.
I'm gonna need you not to be as transparent.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, babe.
Yeah, sometimes, EJ, Jesus, I love you.
I think it was cool. His ending monologue was good about being a dreamer. I thought that was really cool. But in terms of, it just seems like he's responding, doing his best to maybe not be offensive to anyone by being overly blatant about offense, kind of.
Well, I just think he's using the bit that he's been using a little too long now. I think he's way too intelligent and just way too dope of a comedian to kind of use the same bit again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get the transgender thing is cool, blah, it's funny, but I think
that transgender joke was clever.
He's been rocking it though for like 2 or 3 specials now, and it's kind of like, all right, we get it. It's a funny thing, but it's a lot more stuff he could. I just feel like he either should have waited a little longer and got some more material from the world, because he's a very one of those comedians who gives you the world through his comedy, and he gives it to it just in his take, which all comedians do. But Dave, I feel like he didn't have the newest material. Like, I don't know.
Dave said mid, though. The mid is a strong word.
Because I'm such a big fan.
Well, because I agree. It was not his best. Yeah.
He had so many amazing stand-ups.
Yeah, this one.
I got to go back and watch the stand-ups.
You're preparing yourself to be wowed.
Yeah, you're preparing yourself to talk about it for like the next probably 2 weeks, because it's so thought-provoking and so amazingly simply, and so he just has a way with words, the way he puts stuff, and the way he just makes it so clean. You're like, damn. He kind of make you feel stupid about stuff when you be like, dude, why was I even tripping on that? And I think that's why he's so good, man. He makes the world look at themselves and makes you have to, he forces you to laugh at yourself.
Well, I got to go back and watch some of his other stuff, because again, I am probably about 2 years into being familiar with his work. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I just did not, for some reason, grow up on him. And I thought it was very funny. Yeah. That was a nice watch.
Yeah, you don't have anything to compare it to. So.
All right, I'll take that one.
It's still a nice watch. It's still Dave Chappelle. It's kind of like
it's still Dave Chappelle.
Have we seen Michael Jordan really play a bad basketball game? No, we haven't. There's been games where there have been legendary games, and there's been games where it's like, yeah, he just gave you 30 and 6 and 5, and Well, so it was a Michael Jordan night, but it just wasn't legendary.
So you're not saying it's a certified nice watch?
Oh, it's a nice watch for sure. Did you just miss the analogy?
Oh,
Michael Jordan is always a nice watch.
All right.
It's not a bad watch.
Speaking of comedians, did y'all watch the Katt Williams interview?
Oh, Katt Williams interview. Yeah, that was an interesting. That was a great stand-up as well.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was a great stand-up. He did a great stand-up.
It was a stand-up.
It was a masterful stand-up. Actually, it was a master class in storytelling, engagement, jokes hitting, and being as dope as he is. I mean, he just really just did what he does. I tell people all the time, like, dog, he just showed y'all why he's who he is. He just went on that show and did an amazing stand-up show.
Sitting down
with a prop that was Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, he did his thing.
Dave, did you watch it?
Yeah, he controlled.
I didn't watch the whole interview, but I just saw how he owned
Clips.
the internet. That was Katt Williams' internet this whole week.
Yeah.
One time I looked at it. It was only a day and a half old. It was like 19 million views
Going crazy.
in a day and a half.
I was on it immediately. I sat there and watched it go from 400,000 when I started watching it to dang 600,000 by the time it was off.
He started the interview just off the rip, just like we just gonna get up. Yeah, it was wild. My husband and I watched it.
Cat's dope. I mess with Katt. You know what I'm saying?
I'll watch it this week.
Yeah, it's
I
funny.
will say Shannon Sharp has done an amazing job just asking the right questions because literally, it's not even really like he's having a conversation. He literally has a list of questions and he's just asking them.
And I can't even give Shannon too much credit for this interview because literally Katt Williams.
Well, that's my whole point. There was no.
Shannon
It's just
didn't
he just
ask
has a
a
list
single
of questions.
He ran his stand
Shannon
up.
did not ask a single question. I watched it through for the first time last night, and literally up until 16 minutes in, Shannon might have got one question out. Katt started that interview. He held
finished
that
it.
interview and he finished. That
No, but there
interview.
was a point. There was a point. So Katt definitely just went into the interview, but there was a point where Shannon Sharp was just firing off questions from his little notepad, right? And I was like, this is not even a conversation. He literally just has some of the most trending questions and he's just asking them. He just firing them off. So it's like anybody could have been in that seat. It wasn't that like Shannon's just so crafty and witty with the way he crafts the It was like, no, his production team got a list of trending questions and they were asked.
Yeah, and he had enough.
Because he didn't even rebuttal back to some of the questions that were being answered.
Exactly. He had enough in there just to kind of keep Katt going when he kind of lost a little energy, but for the most part, like the voice in the corner over said,
yeah, he took over the interview.
he took the interview. He ran it. I mean, he basically just, like I said, I feel like he did a perfect stand-up and used Shannon Sharp as a prop.
Definitely was prop vibes.
It was perfect. And Shannon Sharp played it perfectly. I mean, shit, he did his thing. He didn't get in the way. He just like, you know what? I think Shannon did perfect. He was just like, let me just let this.
I think he did a
ride.
great job of sitting there and just
letting it ride.
But just asking questions that were trending. It's like me saying, hey guys, did you see the Katt Williams interview? Oh, well, did you see this? Did you see what 50 Cent said? Did you hear Taraji's response? It's like, of course you're going to get a good interview when you asking this the most trending questions.
Shannon said it though. He has another show with Chad that he does at night. Chad Ocho Singles, another show. Man, just shout out to Shannon because you're on fire right now, brother, and you have the pulse. So keep going on that one. But he got another show with Chad, and they basically talked about the show. And Shannon will tell you, man, I ain't no journalist. I ain't go to school for no broadcast journalist.
Right.
Why I get paid to do what I do is because I am who I am, period.
Yeah.
I'm not about to change up none of that stuff. And he just basically said, like, man, if y'all wanted me to be on there Diane Walters and asking these certain, that ain't who I am. I'm never proclaimed to be a journalist. So, my show.
Not mad at it.
They're
It worked.
drinking cognac during the whole interview. So I don't think that's a Nightline style. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that because you're going to get a real interview out of people. You know what I'm saying? Kevin does that with his show, Drinking the Wine. They have have you seen that show?
Yeah, I've seen a couple
where he
episodes.
does. He has some good interviews on there. You should check it out.
I saw the Jay-Z interview.
Yeah, it's a ton of people on there. They got some great, Kevin does a good interview with that show. But the drinking and having an interview is almost starting to be a must, man. You got to get these fools loosened up. Drink Champs is why Drink Champs is Drink Champs because people
Right.
get on there and alcohol.
Just let it loose.
You're going to lose the polish. It's impossible not to. You know what I'm saying? And I think, man, that's the best way to get interviewed, man. Like,
This is why I don't drink, because you're not going to see me unpolished.
I'm going to give it to you raw regardless. So give me some drinks. I'm definitely going to do something to the internet.
Okay, so my husband and I were perusing through Netflix, as we generally do nightly. And Society of the Snow is like top 2 on Netflix. So I'm like, I was like, let me see what the top 2 is hitting on. Society of the Snow is so wild. It had me up with anxiety all night last night.
Really?
The freaking plane, first of all, it's a true story. I love true stories. I love biopics. This plane crashes in the mountains in the snow, and these people have to survive in the snow. No food around, no shelter. They have half a piece of an airplane from the crash. The pilot dies. The whole crew dies. It's about
60 people in there.
40. Well, how many people survived though initially the crash? It was like 33, right?
Like 36 because half of them blew off the back.
Yeah. So like 30, roughly 30 something people survived the crash. And then those 30 people start dwindling down as the time goes on because the search and rescue
big chunk
stopped.
of them died right after, from their injuries from the initial crash. That was a big
But
chunk.
the 30 people who survived the crash, they're now waiting to be rescued. The search and rescue team can't find them, so they end the search after 6 days.
10 days.
It was 6. No, 6.
10.
We did this last time.
I promise you it's 10.
Google it.
I guarantee it's 10 days. It's just like they had a whole radio announcement saying after the 10 days that we're designated to have to search, we'll pick up the search in the spring.
What's the name of the movie?
Society of the Snow.
Society of the Snow.
So anyway, after the search and rescue was over, well, it wasn't over. They just ended it. These people had to survive in the mountains and the snow in the middle of nowhere with no food, shelter, or
warmth. It happened,
warmth.
like October, the first part, like October 4th, right? Something like that. Then they got, October 4th, dead of the winter in the mountains, Andes.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was a crazy, and I love all survival movies just for the fact that I'm sitting there watching the whole time, like, what would
Learning
I do?
new skills.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they gave you none. They gave you no skills because they didn't even start a fire.
Well,
Which is what was one of my pet peeves.
They figured out how to eat. They figured out how to get some protein.
Well, I'm not going to go on my soapbox on why they figured that out so fast because it's in their nature to figure that out fast. But we're not going to go there because I'm just not going to go there.
They were Uruguayan.
Okay, yeah, they're really up in those mountains. They're the originals. But anyway, yeah, they didn't start a fire the whole time. That was the only thing I kept saying. They had lighters, smoking cigarettes.
The guy is smoking cigarettes, and I'm like,
make a fire.
So you obviously have a lighter. Why is there no fire lit?
I don't understand. I think that, to me, I'm a Naked and Afraid guy. I love that show. I'm always
I've
sitting
never
there.
seen Naked and Afraid.
Check out Naked and Afraid.
I'm gonna watch it.
Now you really pick up some
It's on
survival.
Netflix?
It's on like Hulu. You see it so all over Hulu. Like they got Naked and Afraid Solo, Naked and Afraid Teams, Naked and Afraid Legacy, where all the survivalists came together. That's what I just watched.
Okay.
And they all went like 60 days, no food. They out in the wild, and the producers set up all these little challenges where they leave certain tools, and sometimes they leave kills. These fools had to survive a place like South Africa, Antarctica, and all this shit. It's crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, they didn't start a fire. That's like the first thing you do in Survivor is find fire and water.
I literally,
What'd it say?
I get it's 8 days.
It's 8?
Yes.
What did you
wrong,
Google?
Right in the middle.
We were both
said
wrong. I
6,
said
you
6, you said 10.
Well, I think this is where I need
But I
our
knew it
producers.
wasn't 10 for
This is
sure.
why I need the clip to pull up from the show. Like the clip of the show where they actually announced it.
Search
10 days.
efforts were called off 8 days after searching.
8 days after searching. Or you actually Googled the actual
after the-
historical facts.
Yes.
I would love for both of you to take accountability.
Yes, I was wrong.
I still think I was right.
Right. I said that for Karan.
Based on the movie. Now the dialogue probably changes because you have, as a writer, you can take whatever liberty you want with history.
Okay.
So
Are you one of them?
He's one of them.
just
He's
trying
one
to
of
tell
them.
you, I'm-
He was
yeah.
wrong in the last one, though. I just want to
Yeah.
point that out.
that's why I'm so hard bent on getting right on this one. Now I'm about to go to the actual scene while y'all sit up and talking.
I just watched the movie last night.
I just watched it today.
Talk to me about the acting.
The acting was amazing.
You know what? The acting was amazing. Because then I was thinking about this too. So you got to think, Dave, these people were stranded for 71 days in the cold and the snow. So over time, you saw the actors getting skinnier because they're not eating.
Oh.
So, Karan, do you think that was done with computer, or do you think that they really lost
you
weight?
know what? That was one thing that came to me as an actor. I was like, dude, if I was doing this movie,
They lost weight.
I would just like try to not eat as much as I could while shooting this, so I could really dwindle down.
Well, I think they had to because there were scenes at the end of the movie where
Where
they're
they took
naked.
their- you see their
Because they
bodies.
finally, when they were rescued, they were showering. So some of the guys were naked and they were frail. It was like a skeleton. So
Yeah.
they had to have lost weight, or that was
Yeah.
computerized. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? You know, they making movies so good with the CGI stuff. Ain't no telling.
Yeah. I think the acting was phenomenal. I mean,
Who's the lead?
It was an ensemble. I would say it was an
It was an
ensemble,
ensemble
cast.
cast.
They kind of focused around 2 or 3 characters' story. These were basically 2 or 3 tight friends. What was the guy's name? Nana or something. He was the kind of
Nana,
guy
yeah.
that didn't even he didn't even want to go. The main guy that was narrating the story didn't
Yeah.
even want to go on the trip, which was crazy. Like he got convinced at the 12th hour
Yeah.
to go give his ticket and go on this trip. Because he's like, man, I got to get to work. I got stuff to do. And it's like, man, it's going to be the last time we all go kick it. Let's go over to Chile. Chile. Yeah, let's go over to Chile for a holiday weekend. You know, it was a long week. It was a holiday weekend, so they was gonna have the Monday off. So they were gonna go and blow off some steam before graduation, and everybody was gonna basically go their ways in life. So this is kind of like the final barn burner trip for everybody just to kind of get it in, and it went left.
Well, what I read last night, because I'm one of those people that starts Googling the real facts right after the movie, actually dang near during the movie, what I discovered was the pilot was like, the co-pilot was a novice co-pilot. Like, he didn't know what he was doing. So he thought he was landing in the place where he was supposed to land, but didn't realize there was a big mountain in front of him. So by the time he realized the mountain was in front of him, he tried to go up. It was too late. Smacked right dead into the mountain.
And what's crazy is all that fog was happening too, right? Remember, because they was going through the mountains. And, it's crazy. That's what happened to Kobe in his helicopter.
Yep, that's exactly what happened to Kobe.
They got caught in that fog, and they probably got disoriented. But so then at the last minute, he's tried to climb up, just like that plane did.
Yep.
Because you can't stop.
See.
You can't stop. That's what's crazy about flying. You're going forward. There's no real way other than just to go up. And that was big planes. So he tried to speed up as fast as he could to clear the mountain. And of course, just like the helicopter, the tail of the plane clipped the mountain. So that same thing happened. And it's like, dang, man, that's just crazy, man.
So one of the most interesting parts of the film to me was that it's a true story. So I'm just putting myself in the mind of, geez, what if this was me and my friends and my family on this plane, and we got caught on this mountain in the snow and it's freezing, and you have to learn how to survive, right? So when the food started running out, because they pulled all the food from the luggages, whoever had food in their luggages, they was eating that. It only lasted them a couple of days. So he said there's a 3-3-3 rule. You can go 3 days without water, 3 weeks
without food,
and 3 months. It was 3. What was it? 3 months.
3 months is I don't know, was sleep or something? I don't know.
It was something, but anyway, it came to a point where they had to decide if they were going to eat the people who were dying.
It was a 3 months without food.
3 months without food.
3 minutes without air. 3 weeks without food, and then 3 months without something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was air, water, and food. Air. Anyway, they had to make the decision whether they were going to eat the people who were deceased. And I'm just like, I don't know if I could.
I'm sorry. You can survive 3 minutes without breathable air.
3
you can
weeks.
Survive 3 hours in a harsh environment, extreme hot or cold, and you can survive 3 days without drinkable water.
Yeah, 3.
You can survive 3 weeks without food.
There it is.
That was it. So they're doing all the calculations. Like, dang, we only have enough food for a week. So then when people start dying because of the cold, they have to make the decision, are they going to eat these people? I don't know about you, Karan and Dave. I don't know if I could have ate the people. I think I just would have been a goner. Just go ahead and take me out, because I'm not eating people.
I feel you.
Well, you eat that butt meat.
I feel you.
Ain't nothing but meat right there.
Me personally, man.
Are you eating the meat, Karan?
I'm surviving. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna survive. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm not sitting around 70 days before I walk over that mountain either.
That's what I thought too. I said,
yeah, I'm walking.
Why did they wait till day 71 to chop?
I'm walking when I'm the strongest.
Yes.
Like, right when this shit go down, I got about a week to plan my life, and it's like, okay, let's figure this out. First thing I'm doing, making a fire. That's first.
Making a fire.
We're not gonna get to the point of me eating nobody's buttocks or any of that, because I'm gonna get my butt moving. Like, that's why I work out and stay in shape to the degree I stay in, just in case the apocalypse hits us. I know I can run for 2 to 3 miles without stopping.
For sure.
I can ride a bike until the cows come home. I can swim a mile. I can hang. I can do pull-ups. I can do certain survival things. And I'm gonna get a bow and arrow next.
Yeah. Well, I think as strong as I am and as much of a fighter as I am, I think eating people is where I draw the line.
Well, you don't know what you're doing to you in that scenario.
Exactly.
That's true. But another thing I thought about was, I didn't know you could eat people raw, because it's not like they cooked the meat. They didn't heat the meat
Well, the
up.
one thing they did have going for the ones that died already, they were basically in the freezer, being in the snow. So the meat was preserved. So if they ate it straight from taking it from being frozen and just ate it, they'd be fine. You got to remember, foodborne illnesses got to only grow at a certain temperature. When it's frozen, it can't grow.
So it was one person's job to cut up the meat of another person and not tell anybody who that meat belonged to. So you didn't know. So you don't know who you're eating. So he would go behind the plane, chop up a person, and then feed everybody in pieces. Hey guys, it's Ernestine Morrison here. And have you ever thought to yourself, I want to be an actor? I want to be a producer. I want to be in movies, or I want to make movies. Well, listen, I have put a very simple 10-step programmed together for you, the aspiring actor, the aspiring filmmaker, the person who wants to get into the film and TV industry. I run a company called Greenlit ATL. We meet the first Thursday of every month in Atlanta, Georgia, and I put together a 10-step, very practical, tactical way you can start getting auditions and start putting yourself in position to get into the film and television industry in a real way. Go to greenlitatl.com. That's greenlitatl.com and get yourself in position today to get into the TV and film industry. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and make sure that you are in it 2024.
Jeffrey Dahmer, he wasn't like sauteing the meat.
Yeah,
right?
I think he was cooking it.
No, he was cooking them. He was cooking some of them on the stove. Remember the one scene where he was cooking in a skillet? He made him a burger.
I just thought my man was going crazy.
That's why I never saw that, because I saw the Hannibal Lecter series with Sir Anthony. Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins. So that was the Silence of the Lambs. Basically, was like a Jeffrey Dahmer type.
So basically, you can eat raw
movie.
humans.
Yeah, like
you can't. I don't think you're supposed to eat nothing, but
so Dave, you would have ate the humans. You would have ate human meat.
I don't know what I would do when I'm in that situation and I'm extremely hungry. I'm famished.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's the tender side. What's the most tender meat though? Like
the butt.
Would it be the buttocks? I think that'd be a lot of fat on most people.
You know what? I think
I would go with the thigh.
I think it's relative, right? So right now, you can't pay me to eat McDonald's. I'm cool.
Can't do it.
I'm just not eating it.
Not eating it.
Now, what if something crazy happens where, all I got is $3, everything crashes. I'm going to Mickey D's.
I'm going to get that double cheeseburger.
I don't know if I'll jump the cheeseburger. I'll probably start fish fillet, but you know what I mean? I'll start fries.
For sure, fish fillet.
Start slow, you know what I mean?
Work my way up to the meat.
But it's relative. Like, I don't know what I'd do until you're in that situation. Like, right now, I'm like, prison food, I'm not eating that.
That's for sure, because I don't like when people always be like, I would never get money. I would never do that if I had money. You don't know what you would do if you had money. You don't know what you would do.
Yeah, I'm just going to say I'm going to survive. That's what I'm like. I don't know. Like I said, I would plan in my mind, if I'm healthy, I feel like I'm gonna try to survive.
You would have been over that mountain for sure. You would have hopped.
I'd be like, let's get a team together. Let's get all the gear we can get. Let's figure out a play to get over this hill. Like,
I would have went with you on the mountain venture.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going.
All the athletes
they were all
went.
supposed to be athletes. I just can't sit around and wait on nobody to just come get me, because if it's a bunch of us, I know ain't that many people looking for us anyway.
Yeah,
like all of us that went down.
I was gotta take it somewhere else.
It's gonna be about a 5 minute search and rescue. We didn't find the colors.
Well, let me tell you something. As an actor, and I am a committed actor. Like, I go in. I told my husband I do not know if I could have taken this role, because I do not like to be cold. And I know that whole set was cold.
Yeah, but they shot that. They probably said
they shot it in the actual mountains where it happened. I wouldn't have been able to take that role. I was irritated watching the movie. That's how much I don't like the cold.
Well, you know what funny? You might have worked for the character.
Nah, I couldn't have done it. I hate it's like one of my top things I hate is being cold. I can't function being cold.
I would have took the movie just to see it, the transformation part. I would have challenged myself to really transform and become that, that person. That
ooh, good for you. Yeah. That ticket on that movie would they would have to pay me a whole lot to be that cold every day.
I mean, yeah, that budget looked like it was nice. It was a good budget.
Then their lips started chapping, because over time you don't have no Vaseline. You don't have
pee was black. The pee was black.
They were urinating black. Yeah, because once your body's depleted you're
just now peeing out your own toxins.
Yeah,
your own like bilirubin. It's called bilirubin or something. It's your own bio. You start peeing out your own stuff.
One of the greatest lessons I took away from this film, though, is everybody is valuable. You need everyone's collective gifts. So they collectively had to come together to create a system to stay warm, create a system to eat, create a system to get that radio back working.
Nobody started a fire. So nobody in that collective group of talents had any smarts to start a fire. So they weren't that collectively talented.
I don't understand why they did not start a fire.
I don't understand. You sit there they kept smoking cigarettes. You're in altitudes, you can't breathe, and you're smoking cigarettes and you ain't making a fire. These guys weren't that smart.
They were smart enough to survive.
Well, shit. I think once that happens, you click into survival. You become something else at that point. I believe it.
I wonder what it's like now being alive. They're likely in their 60s, 70s now.
Mm-hmm. That was 72. They were in their 20s. So yes.
Did they do any interviews after or anything?
Yeah, they did. I want to look up some, but I want to I would imagine that that life experience is probably like your number one life experience in life now.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
it probably gave you a new look on life to be stuck in the wilderness for 71 days. And now you're 7 years old and they're making movies about you.
Hey, the dudes that
And they went to the red carpet of the premiere.
the dudes that walked up out of there, I'd have came out of that mug and became a huge star because I'd have took that and ran with it.
Oh, for sure.
I'd have been like, yo, I am really a superhero.
I'm the one who climbed the mountain. Yeah, that's me. I'm the mountain. I'm the girl from the mountain.
I'd have had a light ring. I'd have been trying to call EJ, get the light ring set up, EJ. I'm back. I figured it out. We did it. It's about to be up from here.
Me and Karan for sure would have milked that moment. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So no, me. I'm the girl from the mountain. I'm the one who survived.
Yeah,
the
that's
mountain.
me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, give me Oprah. I need Oprah. I'll be doing an Oprah sit down interview in 2 hours.
Nah, that's
I want Oprah straight off the plane.
That's why. Yeah.
I don't even want to take a shower. I want to sit in there in all my grime. You crying? You don't want to get it cleaned up before the interview? No, I want the people to feel it.
Yeah, you see, it's funky.
I need the people to feel what I felt.
Imagine though not being able to brush your teeth, shower, like
But you saw them brush their teeth right at the end, so
At
they
the
could have brushed their
end.
teeth. See, that's what I'm saying. They just left their humanity out.
when they knew
had
that
to.
they were about to be rescued.
They started trying to get all
brushing their
spruced
teeth
up
and getting
and
all
shit.
spruced up.
Yeah, because you're not thinking about all that stuff. You could have brushed your teeth, but you're not thinking, oh man, let me freshen up.
I
You're
would.
like, yo, how
I
am I gonna
probably.
get to
I
it?
probably would have freshened up.
I don't think I'm freshening up when they talk about the rescue camera. That's not on my mind. I'm sitting there saying, yo, yes, I get to eat. It's living. I'm about to be. Let me make sure I look good.
I would like to see what their first meal was like. Like, what was that first meal?
You saw
like?
the ones that found the little farmer. He was tearing that little bread and oil up. He's like, ooh, this is amazing.
Dang.
What about the guys? We gonna get the guys some help. Yeah, let's tell them about the guys.
Yo, was there any survival death sex going on? No?
No, it was
Not that
basically
they
all
showed.
men, dog. It was all men, and I don't think horny gets into the equation in them situations. Like
I think so.
I don't
in
think
the
so.
in the snow.
I don't think so,
No.
dog. I just came off.
You're
with like
too
a
cold to think.
I came off a 3-day fast, bro. I ain't eat for 3 days. I did not think about no ass that whole time. I promise you. And I was at the crib with a pantry and everything, all the luxuries of life. I just didn't eat no food.
Luxuries of life.
And I didn't think about no ass. So I'm thinking if I'm in the snow, half the plane's blown off, dude's legs over here, I don't think I'm getting horny, Dave.
Somebody would think. I mean,
Dave, if you're
I
getting
don't
horny in
think- I
that
don't-
situation, bro, your sex drive is on
wild.
godlike
No,
level.
I don't
even
think I
understand.
would, but I was just saying, with all these different people, I know somebody's thinking, yo, we're gonna die. Let me just get my last.
I don't even think if death is upon
But it's
me,
all-
if
but it's
sex
all
is
men.
the last thing on my mind.
It's all men though.
That's 2024.
See, Dave,
true.
Dave, if the sex drive is that bad, you boy, I feel bad for your
I
wife.
don't think I'd be on that, but I'm saying I can imagine somebody.
I can imagine
I kind of feel
somebody.
like Dave, you're the guy. I feel like now
I'm
we
not-
do a
I'm that
black
guy.
survival
I'm
movie.
the
We gotta
one.
write the character who's kind of horny the whole time. That's a character. Like, how you thinking about some ass right now, dog? Like,
It's all kind of stuff you thinking about.
No,
like,
I'm
I
sure
don't know.
somebody probably thought.
Somebody.
And then who knows? I mean, maybe they didn't publicize that part or show that part, but who knows what happened on that mountain for real in 71 days? We don't know.
71 days, EJ. If it take only 71 days for me to break down and want to make love to Dave, I wanted to make love to Dave on the first day.
On day 2.
Yeah, like that's so. I was on that plane already. That guy.
If I'm being honest, that's where my mind was. Like, yo, but you said it was all men.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you see somebody you like,
early.
you like, man, before it's all over with.
never, dog. Never. That
I
71
seen
days,
you on the
dog.
plane when you
I
pulled
see
off.
you.
It's just one of those things where that's just not that part of my life is done.
Yeah.
We cool. Like,
So
let's
Dave,
just-
if your wife and children were on that plane with you and everyone survived, would you make the decision to leave them on the plane and you go climb the mountain and try and find
Yeah,
civilization?
100%.
that's a good question. That's a damn good question.
But I don't know. Well, Dre she wouldn't let me leave. I'm coming.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean
No,
that's
no,
an
where you
interesting
going? Don't leave
question.
me. I'm coming.
That's a
I'm
good
coming.
But then
question.
you can't take the baby. Like the baby's got to stay on that plane.
I mean, yeah, it's like that's a rock in a hard place.
I feel like if it wasn't snowing, if it wasn't a snowy mountain, we would have been a lot better.
You'd probably be dead.
Oh yeah,
The snow is one reason why they was not blown up on impact. It basically turned to a sled.
that's true.
Yeah, rocks and planes don't never mix.
That snow just gave it a different
just
element of
don't ever
survival
work.
that I don't think I was ever ready to.
Was it?
So what would be
was it
worse, that
believable?
or in the ocean though? I feel like that's better than being in the ocean.
Oh yeah, you would have drowned.
In the ocean, you die way faster.
Was it believable?
Hell yeah.
Did you ever at any point think, oh, that couldn't happen?
No.
Except for the fire
No,
thing.
even and I hate, I love survival movies, but I'm one of those people that like, I'm already half skittish to fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I see stuff like this, it's like, oh my God, now it's just drumming back my imagination, because the crash scene was amazing. It was crazy. It looked like the physics that was actually happening to the plane was happening inside the
It was
plane.
a very well produced.
Yeah, it was a well produced everything.
It showed you the impact of a plane. So when the plane hit, not only did you see everyone go forward, but you saw when they jetted back, you saw legs break in half, and like
all
your
the
chest
seats-
got collapsed by the seat in front of you.
Yeah,
Like
and
it was.
most people died on that versus
the impact.
actual crash. It was the seats crunching people's legs. So now you on the plane. Next time you're on the plane, you revisiting everything. You like,
Yeah, you
yo,
revisit. I'm like,
let me
maybe I
kinda-
keep my leg out like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
when
keep-
I
I'm
sit on the plane next.
You know what I'm saying? Or just travel with a parachute like Muhammad Ali. I've been talking about that for a long time.
I have literally always said that.
I'm just gonna get me a damn
In my
parachute.
mind, I'm always like, I should just travel with a parachute.
Yeah,
just
just
in
wrap it
case
on. That shit
anything
crazy.
happens on this plane. I just got my own parachute.
Yeah, and then whatever happens is y'all got to stop me from getting to the door.
Because when I tell you I hate flying, and I fly a lot, but I
hate to
hate
fly.
it every
Me too.
single time.
I don't like it.
In my mind, I'm like, this plane's going down.
No, I don't think that. I don't go that far, EJ. Jesus.
Oh, so any little bit of turbulence,
Jesus.
I think we're going down.
Oh my God, Ernestine, remind me, note to self, don't fly.
Oh
with
no, this is Jay.
Ernestine nowhere.
Look, give me your hand. I'm like this every time me and Jay are flying. Like, any
God.
little
Oh my
inkling
God.
of
See,
turbulence,
nah.
I'm like holding Jay's
I'm not
hand.
flying with Ernestine ever in the history of flights. Like we could be on a whole. EJ got you get your own private jet, baby, and we gotta go separate.
Yeah, let's. Can we find out some stats on the actual movie? How did it perform? Does anybody know?
We won't know. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
But we can find out the budget. Look up the budget. The budget. What you guess? I
What's it-
say.
Give me the movie again.
I'm
name?
saying 50 million.
Society of the Snow budget. It definitely had to have been a big budget. 60
50
million.
60 million.
Yeah.
I was only 10 off.
Well, 60 million euros.
So it's 50 million. Damn near.
Is that 50?
I think so. Break
In
it down.
American USD?
Can't be converted real quick. I think it's around 50 in American. Let that gold kick in, it's gonna be about 0. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
70 million.
70 million. Also, it's more. Okay.
So so
$70 million.
70 million. It's
How did they
something
get
I've
their-
never even heard of.
How did they get their money back? From the streams from Netflix? It's just, how do you get 70 million back?
And we don't have no stars in it. It was just, and it's basically a documentary movie basically, because it's a real piece. Damn, they didn't have a star, and it was a foreign film basically, because that was dub over voice, right? Kind of.
It was a foreign film,
Yeah.
dub
You gotta
voices.
remember, man, it's so many levels to this game, man. That might have been a dang on like a money laundering pit movie. You know what I'm saying? They might just gave that 60 million just to launder some money. You know what I'm saying?
won a
Them
lot
international
of-
movies, they be moving different. They be moving money different over there.
You know what I do want to, as an actor, I would love to, because I watch a lot of foreign stuff where they're like doing the American voiceovers. How do you get into those roles? I want to get some voiceover roles where I'm like dubbing someone's, like, you know.
I don't know. I'm pretty
You
sure.
want to do that?
I'm pretty
do.
sure there's a lane for it.
Did you watch Money Heist?
Speaking of which, yes, that's where I was going to go actually.
Yeah.
Love Money Heist.
Love Money Heist.
y'all watching the
Are
new
you
one?
watching the new? Are you watching the new one?
It's Berlin, right?
Yes.
I could not get past the first 20 minutes of that joint.
Keep going. It's good.
I couldn't get past the first 20
Why?
minutes.
Why couldn't you?
I don't know.
Just keep going.
Because Money Heist had me on such a high, and Berlin just I couldn't.
I actually got to go
past
back
it.
and watch the first Money Heist. I don't think I finished. I think I
That
started.
Money
First
Heist
one?
1 was wild. Donnie, did you watch it?
Yeah,
Money
I like-
Heist is
I like,
so
I like
good.
all. I'm almost a sucker for all heist movies, survival movies,
Yeah,
assassin
Money Heist,
movies. Damn, I think I'm a sucker for all movies.
Well, if you guys are into heist movies, you can watch Scheme Queens. It's a comedic heist. It's on Amazon Prime. If anybody,
Queens, there we go.
shameless plug, Scheme
it
Queens,
is.
comedic heist in the heist realm.
you go.
Ocean's 11 meets Set It Off. You know, if you're into that type of thing.
And you produced it. That's what's up.
And I produced it.
You're saying it started slow. You're saying, but it still
Berlin.
yeah.
Yeah, it starts off a little like, okay, what's happening here? But then it gets you. And you're like, ooh, I'm hooked.
Really. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, Scheme Queens is better than Berlin right now for sure. Go watch Scheme Queens. But that movie, your movie was fire for sure.
Thank you. Drive them streams up.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's my nice watch.
Any
That's my
bad
nice
watches
watch.
this week?
Not a bad watch, but you guys have to watch As the Crow Lies. It is a wild series. Did you watch it?
That's another one of the voiceover dub stuff. I couldn't get past it.
Oh
As
yeah,
the Crow
some people.
Flies?
As the Crow
This
Flies.
one was bad.
No, As the Crow Lies.
Like the Snow Society dub over was way better. Like this one, that was actually felt normal. This one that I started watching As the Crow Flies, I
think you know what? It's more of a chick thing. Donnie, if you watch it, you're gonna call me and be like, "Oh, I know 10 people that are like this."
Okay, good. I'm glad you said it's a chick thing.
Are you saying it's a voiceover movie though?
It is. It's a
can't.
series.
I can't watch those.
It's the
Oh.
Flies.
Is it Flies? As the Crow Flies? I don't think it's As the Crow Lies.
It's a drama. 2 seasons on Netflix right now. Like you were talking about.
What's it
Yeah,
called?
As the Crow
As the Crow
Flies.
Flies.
Oh.
That's what you said, right?
No, she said As the Crow Lies.
Oh, it's the Crow
Oh.
Lies.
That's in one of the.
Oh, yes, the Crow Flies.
So basically, it's
She
about
found
this.
the right answer. Put her phone down.
You saw that smooth. So basically, segue
Listen.
to another subject.
But when I tell you, in this world of frauds and scams, we really want to talk about frauds and scammers. The lead character in this series just wanted to be somebody in life. She just wanted to be somebody. So she had this mentor she always looked up to. Not a mentor that you know in real life, but let's say someone you follow on the internet and you just really love their journey. You love Tony Robbins. So you want to be the next Tony Robbins. So you study his moves, you walk like him, you talk like him, you eat like him. And then all of a sudden one day you have the chance to meet him and you're like, wow, I get to meet the guy that I've been aspiring to be. But then you want to be somebody so bad that you start becoming dangerous. And you make up this person and this persona and you'll do anything to stay on top and stay in this position that you got meeting this Tony Robbins character. Like, it is wild, the lengths, the heights people will go to for, I might even say fame, but for positioning in life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, sounds like somebody I cannot totally
you can't relate to, right?
at all.
But see, Karan, we were athletes, so it was like we were always the guy.
Yeah.
Or if you were popular in high school, or if you were always the person.
Yeah, this sounds, yeah.
But some people never been the person,
Yeah.
and they always wanted it. And then when they get the one chance to be it, they create this thing, and it becomes dangerous. And that's basically what this series is about. It's wild.
Yeah.
The lengths that this woman was willing to go to
Sounds
be
like it.
somebody was wild.
Wow. She sounds disturbed.
No, it's definitely disturbing.
Ooh.
It's disturbing.
But as you started describing it started reminding me of that one series. What was the guy from Snowfall? He played the guy's girlfriend, and I think he killed the girl, and the girl killed him, and she started killing everybody because she wanted to be like Beyonce.
Yeah. Swarm.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
You start becoming obsessive and psychotic over a thing, an idea in your head.
Yeah.
And that's basically what this girl was. But she done worked her way in all type of circles. And I'm like, I know a couple of people like that in real life.
Met a bunch of women like that throughout my life. Yeah, you were
Hey,
so
man.
cool.
I mean, the way the world
So
is,
cool when we
I
met.
feel like that's probably the world more so than anything today. I see so many people now just doing so much artificial stuff, man. It's crazy to me, man.
I think that's the difference, though. There's a difference between people faking the funk and people who will kill you over it.
I think it's a slippery slope. I mean, the moment you put on some eyelashes that look like you wearing like some hands or something, you're capable of anything. I think
Eyelashes do be wild, I'm not gonna
you
lie.
probably should be stopped at TSA because you obviously got some things you're working through. You know, I don't know how's your day going. What in the hell's
Nah,
going on with these eyelashes?
I'm not gonna lie. I know I pop off at the mouth for show, but I'm not killing nobody. I'm not going that far to kill nobody.
Yeah. Okay.
So those are my nice watches of the week.
No bad watches. I'll be interested in a bad.
Dave is always about the negativity of the watch.
I need
Nobody
that.
wants to watch a bad watch. We never get past 5 seconds of a
I
bad
don't
watch.
get
Yeah,
past-
but I need to know in advance from you all so that when I'm scrolling through Netflix, I need to stay away from that.
Well, just don't do nothing we ain't tell you to do. That's a safe way to go.
You got to get on the stuff we are telling you to because I
Right,
told you
you
to watch
ain't-
Elvis
yeah.
and you ain't even got with
I'm
Elvis.
gonna watch Elvis this week.
Listen,
There you go.
Elvis, guys, is a nice watch. It came out in the theaters, I believe, last year, but it just released on Netflix, and it is a phenomenal watch. We'll probably talk about that next week. Elvis, I told Dave this. There is, as far as biopics, in my opinion, there is Jamie Foxx and Ray, which is in a stratosphere of its own. And then
Such a tall
there's this guy who's playing Elvis. What's his name? Austin. What's his name? Who plays Elvis?
I don't know. He did Elvis so good. It's Elvis.
Right. His name is Austin Butler. Austin Butler, I need to tell you personally, you did a phenomenal job playing Elvis. Your body of work is like, it's really incomparable, and I'm so excited to see what else you do, because the way you played this role, the mannerisms, the voice, the movement, the physicality, you did a phenomenal job. Elvis was a nice watch.
Yeah, and it's an interesting story behind it. We'll talk about it when we talk about it next week, but he went deep.
He went deep.
Yeah, deep.
And Tom Hanks is in it. Listen, you can never go wrong with Tom Hanks, so let's talk about Elvis next week. Dave, hopefully you catch up, Voice in the Corner, and you watch Elvis by next week. But that's all I got for you guys today.
Yeah, sure. That's all I got for you guys today.
All right, watch. Hey, if you saw some of the stuff that we talked about today, make sure y'all comment. Hey, man, listen, if you know some nice watches or some disappointing bad watches, I mean, the joint just stopped working after 10 minutes. You ain't gonna watch that joint. You buy it and it don't even tick. This joint is crazy.
It's crazy.
Comment below some nice watches, bad watches, classic watches, something that impressed you. Make sure y'all comment below.
Well, if you made it past 10 minutes of a bad watch, I'm questioning your whole just existence, because I don't have time to sit there after first 10 minutes.
You be committed.
I'm not committed to nothing.
I mean, I tried that with Billions. Donnie tried it too with Billions. Which couldn't see.
You didn't get into Billions?
Could not get into it.
Dang.
And I gave it like a whole episode.
My husband loves Billions.
You gave it a whole season.
You didn't like Bobby Axelrod?
All right, I get it, but
Wow.
I'm shocked, Dave.
Hey, I'm shocked.
All right. Well, this was another phenomenal, amazing episode of Nice Watch.
Yes, it was.
Happy Friday. Take the weekend. Go watch what we talked about today. Let us know in the comments what you watched, what you liked, what you didn't like. And meet us back here each and every Friday, exclusively on the Social Proof Podcast Network. I am your co-host, Ernestine Morrison.
And I'm Karan Joseph Riley.
And we will see you next week.
Peace.